What the heck is this?
I swear this aquarium's so crazy. Sometimes you'll leave, you come back 10 minutes later, and boom, there's just something sitting here. I have no idea what this is. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is the top to Salt and Pepper's waterfall. I bet that's what it is. Let's go find Lori and unbox this. That's exciting. Didn't even know that was happening today.
Really have to be on a pallet?
I know, it's kind of ridiculous.
Seems like a lot. So what this is called? Missing waterfall cover.
Can't make that up. Oh, look at that. Is that the hot tub cover?
Yep. Not necessarily heavy, but big and awkward, but.
Wow, you know what? That's actually cool. Adds so much more land.
I already knew that. Like, I know a lot of people were thinking like, oh, that's not enough room, but I 100% was aware that all of this is basking and laying area as well. There's plenty of room.
And guys, I don't know if you could see behind me, but the Bashimobile just pulled up. Let's go see what the heck he's got going on here at the aquarium today.
What's up, dude?
You know?
What are these?
It's kind of a complicated system. Wait till you see it when it's really put together, but this one took a while. Custom is for the two long double bullnose tanks.
Like the wall of tanks,
yeah,
right?
The 35 foot of tank. Insanely limited space underneath, but a lot of gallons, so it made it really complex to figure out the right filter system for it.
You've been working on these for a long time too, right?
Like 7 years?
No. We didn't even talk about an aquarium 7 years ago.
Give or take 7 years.
How much would something like this cost?
Like seriously, retail-wise, between about $25,000 to $30,000.
Dude, that is so cool. It's coming here.
Just custom work is expensive. It takes a lot of time. Industrial grade, obviously, everything's overbuilt for the aquarium as usual.
I don't know what all the pieces are called, but these tubes are so sick. Look at this here.
These are actually called sick tubes, and these are actually called overheaters.
That's crazy. I guessed that first try. These giant filters in the van have to go all the way down there.
There are two-piece thumbs, which is insanely kind of rare. Once we get them in place, we have to actually click them together. I did all the plumbing at the shop, so it's a little bit faster. It only goes one way.
Yeah, this is not an easy one. This is like,
This is why it took so long. It's gonna be tight, dude.
You guys know everything Bashi does is super custom, super dope. I mean, look at these things. They look like candy, and I'm a big dude, so candy makes me super excited. Woo! That's so cool.
Just like a baffling material to stop like micro bubbles getting into the main chamber. Micro bubbles can mess up fish. They get stuck in their gills, on their eyes. It's just a preventative of that. These are very specific to even placement. It looks like one system, but when it's all put together, it's 4 systems that all become 3 and 4 and 7 and 8 and 12 and 7.
it's good with math.
And guys, how cool is it to start seeing like an aquarium team being built here? Brian and Lori have been building the reptile team for decades. The most recent team's pretty much been around for 5 years, and now we're starting to see new faces over here too. I know Brian would wish more than anything that he would be here to meet all these guys. I try to do my best every day to like come over and talk to everybody and give them the same love that I know Brian would have given them. Excited to see this team get built, seeing all this filtration come in, Sam going in the tanks. I hope it just makes you guys see like we're so close and all of us are working around the clock to make this thing happen.
Oh my God, there's water in it. I didn't even see it. There's a waterfall up here, right?
Yes.
Wow. I literally, Lori, that's so sweet.
I know, doesn't it look so good? I can't wait to get these guys over here. Next one I'm gonna start working on is Elvis. So exciting to see him in that.
Once these systems are installed, there's literally no way they can get removed. You know, so everything, even the skimmer and the bioreactor, have to be put inside and then slid into place because once they're underneath, physically you won't be able to remove these, you know, because of the stand.
It's time to thread the needle.
Guys, we do not have a lot of room. You can see all this electrical stuff here that is definitely in the way.
Don't grab it from the bottom. It's gonna be too high.
Yeah, the nozzle.
It'll be tighter than I thought.
No, it's not getting past that.
That 3/4 ply, dude, is so tight. We gotta think something here. Take the lid off and we'll slide it into place and we'll be able to position the top in between the studs, which will give us that extra 2 inches of height to be able to put that back on.
All right, so we got the lid off.
Yeah, I think we got enough space.
Now we should be good to get in place and then we'll put the lid back on. Just make sure you don't slide it. Ooh, that's close. I think it will go.
We might have to take that lid off.
And then we're gonna hit the screws.
Hopefully that gives you guys a little bit of an idea of the engineering needed to do this thing. You're talking about millimeters and centimeters, not even inches at this point. Barely it's fitting, but I think it's gonna fit. We just gotta take some things off to get it in, and then we can put the stuff back on once it's in place.
That's so close.
Oh,
Dude, it can't get any closer.
Props, dude. That's wild, bro.
This one actually goes all the way down, guys.
Watch your beard there,
Oh,
Bashy.
Hold on. Oh, not the beard. Don't bring the beard. I said it's not going to be the funnest to service, but the stands came with the tank, so we couldn't modify them any taller, otherwise we probably would, but this is what it is and we're dealing with it. So even after getting them in place, we still have to dial them in with the plumbing that connects everything. So we're not really out of the woodwork yet. Come on. Yeah, enough to work. Honestly, this has been the biggest pain so far to build. Once it's all assembled, it's all put together, it's going to be one of my favorites. It's just so complex.
Do you think this is one of the more difficult ones you've ever had to build?
It's up there. I've built a lot of crazy stuff, but this is up there.
If you want to see all the crazy stuff that this crazy fella has made, BashyUSA, go follow him on Instagram, go see all the crazy stuff he does. He's got a ton of cool businesses. Each one of them is crazier than the next, including this one. So, you know, it's always cool to see.
Like a glove.
Yeah, and you hear that in the background? That's right, the drywall guys are here and they're working on building out the party room, drywalling the back of the house, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We gotta get all these walls built here in the next week or so, because once these are done, Ahmed's back. He's gonna start theming everything, and we gotta build the capybara and giant tortoise exhibit. We have a lot of work to do. Just wanted to take a quick look at Salt and Peppers, because wow, it looks so good. Now that the glass is exposed and we got all the plastic wrap off, look at this. Holy moly. Now that's a beautiful reptile tank, let me tell you. With all the problems and stuff that gave us, I mean, kind of well worth it. Because that thing is going to look awesome once Salt and Pepper get in there. What's happening?
It was a 50-50 and we lost.
What do you mean?
We just put it in backwards. All that for nothing. Put it in backwards.
We've done this before. Right. Pretty much pros now. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, a lot of practice on that one.
None of this stuff we've done before. I mean, Bashy's obviously done tons of stuff, but we haven't done these exact tanks with these exact filters. So every time is like the first time, and it's cool to watch, because a lot of people might think like, oh, everything this person does is, you know, is flawless. And it's like, yeah, in the end, you know, but it takes a lot of hard work and effort to get you to that point where it feels flawless. We're getting to watch it in real time, which I think is just amazing.
Grayson's stuck back in the tube.
Got it. Check out the shoes.
Oh my God. Those are your feet?
We got it perfectly laid out to where, and you can see it on this one, that ring, a bubbler. And so it's gonna continuously shoot up air. And so it's gonna create kind of like a wall effect with those bubbles. Make it look really natural, so we had it hiding the bar down there, but just high enough to where it's not gonna get in the way of those intakes and overtakes.
Well, keep up the great work, guys. We went from one tank having sand to like a good amount of tanks have sand in it.
5 or 6 now.
You guys are gonna take the wrapping off of this today?
Yep, this guy. Check under the hood.
Oh my goodness. This is so good. Oh, shoot. Are you guys trying to put sand in this, or are you just getting it prepped?
Got to get a pallet of the sand over and then we'll get it ready.
You guys know that this tank has been stuck in the wall for, I mean, I don't know, probably like 4 months now. And we've never even seen what this thing looked like without the wrap on it. These guys are actually gonna take it down right now. I am so excited. Let's see what this thing actually looks like. Oh, I didn't even know there was an insert.
Oh yeah, thank you. Pre-fixed it.
And remember guys, we have 2 tanks in the wall. We have the reef tank over there. That one's gonna be real live rock and real live coral, fishies, all that stuff. This has a fake coral insert in it. Do we know what's going in here?
No, this one's just gonna be a multi-species.
Multi-species tank, hopefully some really crazy stuff. I'm sure everything here is gonna be nuts. I can't wait to see fish swimming around here. This might be one of my favorite tanks in the entire place. I love that it's built into the wall. It's like a piece of art. So cool. I like your little rake.
I like them boots. 'Tis the season.
That's a Lady Gaga style if I've ever seen it.
Told me he was gonna do it. I guess I just didn't picture it like all the way up the leg.
Oh man,
is this hazing?
That's
is this what we're
monster
doing?
rake, you know?
No, the boots, Bashy.
Well, what happened to the fork I gave you? Chem metal, top and bottom, just because it's kind of in the middle. Some will just be blacked out.
Right now, Bashy is actually talking to the guy about covers for the stands for all the aquarium stuff. This stuff is actually gonna get covered up and look super sleek and modern. Each one gets its own unique thing, so they're going through right now, kicking tires and figuring out exactly what would be best for each enclosure. Most of them will actually look more like this, where it's completely covered up. Looks absolutely amazing. Another exciting step closer to finishing this aquarium.
So the fact that we have a bunch of extra animals here that are really getting excited about getting their new enclosures. I wanted to share with you a really cool animal that we have over here. Right now they're not on display because they're waiting for their new enclosures. I'm not sure if these guys are going to go over at Legacy or over in the existing Reptarium. Look at this beautiful animal. So we've got actually a pair of these Angolan's pythons. pythons. If you're into reptiles, you probably know what these guys are. If you're a newbie, you're just kind of going, that looks like a ball python, because they do look very similar. There are definitely differences in these guys. Goodness, I can't even tell you what year it was when these first started coming out. A good friend of ours, Casey Lazick, over in Seattle, had some of the first ones available, and Brian was losing his mind. He was in love with these. So the fact that he was able to get these, I know, was another check off the bucket list of things he had to have. They're super sweet. They have the same kind of personality as a ball python. Like I said, if you look, they definitely have a different patterning on them. To me, the patterning almost looks more Burm-esque, but maybe that's just me. But they have that same little cute head. Although these guys, I think the head seems a little bit smaller than a ball python. Definitely have the same body type where they get kind of chunky, but they're very sweet, very cool. And I'm really excited to have these guys move into the new enclosure. And honestly, it's a pair. This could be really cool if one day here at the Reptarium, we produced a clutch of them, right?
Well, I left the guys over here to reassemble the filters. Let's see how they look. I mean, it was a challenge getting those things in there, but ooh.
Hi.
Oh my God, hi. What are you doing?
Peeling off all the stickers.
Oh, it looks so good, so much better. Yeah, that's crazy. So did it all end up fitting?
We don't know. We still have to get this cup off to get the lid back on and put everything like back. I mean, it's coming along.
It was definitely a challenge getting these things in here, but now that they're in, pretty likely we're never taking these things out. But speaking of out,
Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, there's a playlist that you can watch all kinds of videos. You can also hit that subscription button. It would mean a lot to me. Also, hit that like button while you're down there. Have a wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.